Okay, guys, the Canyon tournament will come to an end. We have the grand final of the Canyon tournament here. A competition with a prize pool of 1,000 euro, 500 for first, 250 for second, 175 for third, and 75 for last. The storyline of this match is kind of that we have three finalists that were already there last year by the names of Virtuos, Eric, and also Quentin. And Cloud, the champion from last year, hasn't attended the event. But we have a new face in the grand final by the name of Ender, who is a very, very skilled player, also good on other environments, especially Stadium. But we're gonna start, but I'm quickly gonna explain you the format, because we play in Cup mode. Cup mode means that players collect points throughout the whole match on those 5 beautiful maps that were created by the community and also by the players here. So we have a map from Eric, we have a map from Yogo-san, for example, as well, which is really good to see. But pointer is 120, and if you surpass that point threshold, you activate Finest mode, and then you have to win one more round in order to make it in electric secure position. We play for the top 3, and also there will be bonus points from the winner bracket. So the person who has won the winner bracket has gotten 10 bonus points. In this case, this is Quentin, and Eric gets 6 bonus points. Just a little bit of a head start that you have qualified throughout the winner bracket, so that is a quite advantage for them. And there you go. Point of repetition 10, 6, 4, and 3 as always. And let's go with the first map. It is Morning Blue by Tolkien. World record, I think this map is very hard though, is a 51.13 by Eric, then Ender on second. Then we have Virtuos on fourth, and Quentin on P number 5 with a .23. So every player very close to each other, and let's go into the first round. We're kicking things off here on that map. It is Eric with a good start. Virtuos in the lead. I think Ender made a small mistake here. Is a bit behind, but so did Quentin, who is still leading, of course, due to his point advantage. But Ender's still not so far behind. But it's a fight between Eric and Virtuos here for that first 10-pointer. And Eric could already go into the lead with that. Virtuos, however, with a very, very good line over in that part. Comes a bit closer. 800ths of a second. Now the wall, very important to get it well. It is Virtuos who got it really good. Goes into the lead. Eric with a better approach. So Virtuos with airtime. And also it is Ender coming closer. But he has made a mistake himself. So Eric and Virtuos on first and second. And I think the positions are set in stone here. But there's still the ending part where you can make a mistake because you have to do a brake tap here to get around that corner and tap the brake here as well. But Eric with a 51.83. 8 on first, so 0.7 behind the world record. Still a good time, but it is Eric on first, Quentin capitalizing for the mistake from Ender, who's only getting 3 points. So Eric already going to the lead. Quentin with only 4 points in that round. Of course, had a little bit of an head start. And it's Virtuos with the first mistake. Beautiful livery here that he has. And Ender just lacking the pace. Quentin and Eric are on first and second, and they are good times as well. Quentin already 0.1 ahead here. So that is a good run. Eric also with a good amount of speed accumulated over in that section. And he comes a bit closer, has good speed here. 800 of a second. Now the wall right side a lot here. And Eric got it really well. Got some airtime there, but still was able to hold his car together. However, Quentin will extend his lead to 0.1 again. But Eric is pushing it. He's not slowing down. Very, very good line here. Very close to the wall there as well. Eric is pushing it so much here. And he has such a good line that he will go to the lead. And Eric with a 0.5 wins the round. A very, very good ending section from Eric. And it's Quentin on second. Virtuos and Ender right now don't stand a chance. But what a great ending section there from Eric. Going and extending his lead to 26 points now. So 6 points ahead of Quentin. It's a good round. And a 0.5 is a very respectable time. So we have 5 rounds per map with 1 warm-up beforehand, as always. Let's see if what Virtuos can do. 10 points for him, so a second and a third position respectively, but he makes a mistake again. Same as in the previous round, but Ender is still there, but he also made a mistake. Went to inside and hit the wall, so he's out on that one. I hope that he feels a bit of pressure because he's already, he has only 6 points. Quentin and Eric are already long gone here. Eric with a great start. Is on par with Quentin's previous pace, but didn't get the best roll right. Quentin comes closer, and it's a very, very open fight for the ending again. Quentin going so inside, they will have a lot of speed, goes into the lead, but makes that mistake, and Quentin is out of this round. He has to respawn, but he decides to not to do that, and Virtuos will take that second place with open hands, and Eric with a .62 Another great time. And Eric just is zooming through here. 3 victories in a row for him. So 30 out of 30 points secured for the Swedish player for Team Hype Boys. So good job. And of course, he was 2nd place last year. He wants to win, even though Cloud is not here. But he can do it. And you can see it. He's 13 points ahead already. And we see the first mistake from Ender again. Ender with a disastrous start into this grand final. Already making mistakes, but I think he made a lot of mistakes on that one anyway. Well, look at that. Virtuos in the lead. Clips there a little bit. I think he lost a bit of speed with that. But not too much to be even worth mentioning. He just got a worse approach with that. So it is Eric, Virtuos, and Quentin in the lead. It's a 3-way fight for the first position. Virtuos going a bit too wide, but has a good setup for that line. Quentin still in there as well. It's so close. 17,000 of a second. Virtuos going a bit too wide. And Quentin also has a very good line in that section. Who's going to win that round, though? It's Eric making it 4 out of 4. That's will be a 0.4, a 0.47. That is a very good time. And look at that. Eric winning 4 out of 4 rounds. Insane job here from Eric. He could still do the clean sweep, guys. He could still do it. So very good performance. And of course, prize pool, 1,000 euro. I quickly want to emphasize that again. That is huge for the Canyon community. Last year, I think there were only 16 players in this tournament. We have had 26, if I recall correctly, signing up for the competition. So that is good to see. Now Quentin with a good start. Erika with more speed, went a bit wider and just held his drift a bit cleaner. The 2 really important as well, but Quentin had to oversteer again and also didn't get the best apex out of that. Quentin still on a good time, gets a lot of speed out of that section. So it's again a close fight between Eric and Quentin. Eric with a great wall. He can dethrone, Quentin can dethrone Eric here. But still, the ending is left to be cleared for the players. Eric with a very good inside line, goes into the lead back again, but Quentin is not so far away. 400ths of a second, and Eric again with a very clean ending section, making it 5 out of 5. 50 out of 50 possible points for the Swedish powerhouse. Wow. He dominates this match so far. Ender didn't finish. Ender with a disastrous first map. Only 13 points for him. Let's go to the next map, which is, I think, the map from Yogos. No, from me. From me. I thought it's the one from Yogos, but it's not. It is Finale. Very fitting because we play the finals right now. But wow, who can stop? That's the quest. That's the mission here. Eric makes a mistake in the warm-up. Makes another mistake. He goes for a very tight drift there. And of course, if you tap the brake button too little, your car will not drift. Your car will solely not drift, even though you're in a full steering movement. Eric made a mistake in that warm-up. So that is unfortunate for him, but it do happen sometimes. And hello Birdie as well, and as well as everybody else in the chat. Thanks for all the follows. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the support lately. Without you guys, I would have not been here, so that is awesome to see. Thank you very much. So let's chill a bit in the warm-up here. Quentin with a 0.27. Wow, that is 700ths away from the world record, by the way. 700ths away from the world record. I hope he's not the warm-up, Andy. So, you know, if you do good in the warm-up, you know that as well. You'll not be able to perform well in the live route. Let's see if this happens for Quentin as well. Or if he will break the curse. Ender, let's follow him. See what he does. Already a bit behind. Didn't get the start. It's very, very close at the start. What you have to do, you have to tailor your car through that. But Ender didn't do it that well. I mean, he did it good, of course, but he's 0.2 behind the others. Virtuos, Eric, and Quentin will fight it out for the victory here. Quentin with a good line. Goes a bit too wide there, but has a lot of speed the uphill. But still, it is Eric coming closer. Also getting a very good exit there. Have another full speed section in this map. Which will come up here. This long right turn. We have to go very inside. That Quentin did it really well. You have to go that inside because then you set up very nicely for that drift here as well. So Quentin with a good approach. And I think he's on a great time here as well. He's 0.13 ahead. 0.50 now. And let's see, will it be a 0.3? Oh, 0.4. Okay, good time. Wins the round and breaks Eric 5-round win streak. So good time here as well. Eric on second, Vitos on third with a 0.6, and Ender on last with a 0.29. So Quentin will still go for the victory here, but look at that. It is Ender with another mistake. Ender only 16 points. I mean, it's a good experience for him, but he has to step it up. Quentin also clipping there is out of that one. So now Vitos can win his first round. But he still has Eric to beat. Is having a great line, going so close there to the wall, but gets a very, very good approach into that right-hander here. Very good line from Eric. But still, Virtuos is not on that one just yet. Eric has a lot of speed, goes so close to the wall as well. Sets himself up very nicely. Oh my god, that was so close there to the wall. Eric with overspeed in that section here. And that was beautiful. That was beautiful to see how he can just estimate and just predict the line of his car. He's 0.16 at. This could be another 0.4 or maybe even faster with a good ending here. Let's see what Eric can do. He's 0.15 ahead. And I think that's a low 0.4 time from the Swedish player. A 0.45. It's a good time. Winning the rounds. Virtuos on second. Still getting some good points. Ender on third. And Quentin, after that mistake that I didn't spot, on fourth. 72 points for Eric already. So look at the scores here. 120 points is the point limit. Let's go into that. Quentin with a great start. Yeah, man, Afi, it's sub only, man. Super sorry. Oh man, yeah, listen. Clueless. So Ender now behind 0.2 of a second. Got a really good line there. He was going very wide by the looks of it. But again, he lacks the pace. But I mean, he has already reached his goal. The others are playing out of their mind. Also, Virtuos found his way into the match. So he is only 0.10 behind, but makes that mistake here. So he loses a lot of speed over that uphill, but who's gonna win that round? Eric versus Quentin here. It's so close. Quentin with more speed though, but Eric can go a bit more inside in the ending, but didn't get the best entry into the turn, and Quentin will stay ahead by 0.03 of a second. So it is Quentin winning the round and comes a bit closer, but another good round. 2.5 times are very respectable. And also thank you for the sub gift, Kevin. Much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the project. LuckersTurbo. Is it a project? Could you say that I'm running a project with casting and streaming? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see what they can do. Ender with 23 points. Eric had already more points after 2 rounds. So he has to step up. Yeah, speeding ticket pro. Exactly. So one person got a speeding, or like Lutin got a speeding ticket who drove to that place, which was very funny. So we're also gonna take the money that we earned from the stream to get rid of those costs, because he has to pay, I think, 64 euro. So if you want to support, you know what to do. Anyways, but let's not focus on that one. Let's focus on this incredible match here that is still ongoing. Quentin versus Eric again, but also Virtuos in the mix. Wow, this will be so close in the ending. Who's gonna win that round? Eric with a good approach. Quentin goes a bit more inside here by the looks of it in the ending, but Eric would stay ahead with a 0.42. That was another insane round, but Eric will win the round. It's a back and forth between Quentin and Eric, and look at that. It is a sick round. Ender with a 57.71. That is not enough, and only securing 3 points here. Oh my god, so 88 points for Eric. Last round on this map, and that is a stellar performance from the Swedish player. He could go home with 500 euro. It's a very, very nice performance from Eric. I also know that his family is watching, so shoutouts to them being supportive towards Eric. I talk with him a lot. Eric is a very, very great person as well. In general, very wholesome, very supportive. So you love to see that. And it's cool that he went all the way towards Poitiers to play that event. But right now, it's Quentin with more speed. Eric with a wonky approach. Goes a bit wider there to have a more inside turn here. Oh, and Quentin slides out. You don't want to have that. So you can see, we see mistake there from Quentin, but also Ender rushing B there. And it is Eric winning the round. He's 600 ahead. Virtuos tries to push it, but it's not enough. And Eric with another 0.5 and yet again wins the round. Up to 98 points. That is just insane. Eric up to 98 points already. 98, that, wow, he could close it out on this map already. Quentin at 68, he's 30 points behind Eric. Just incredible. Incredible stuff. Yeah, I always have to put that in, Arizal. I know that Ama hates that when I say, as well as the I by power joke and the rushing B. So I put that in for Kevin, that I trigger him, as well as the, yeah. Amaterasu doesn't like that, guys. I know that. So warm up on the next map, which is Apricity by Eric. So Eric could close it out on his map. What a fairy tale would that be? I think, like, just looking into the performance that he did on the first two maps, he has an average of 9.2 points. He's gotten first position 8 times. And second place twice. Wow, that is just insane. So, of course, he has the bonus points from the winner bracket final as well, the 6 points that are deducted from that. So, what a... like, that is a psychopath performance. Performance of a psychopath. So good luck, have fun. And we go into round number 1. Vito is also only 20 points away from Quentin. And the second place will also be worth 250 euro. So quite some money. But Eric off to a great start. Ender going a bit too wide there and slides out there. You want to do a no side in that corner. As you can see, the other players did it accordingly. And Ender losing precious time, bringing point 35 behind the others. But Vito still running for it here. Can still get himself 6 or even 10 points if he gets a good ending here. Good speed accumulated for Vitos. But Eric and Quentin still leading. Eric with a good approach. Quentin struggling a bit, clips the inside, but look at the line from Virtus coming close as well here. The last part will decide at the hairpin here. Virtus sets up very inside. Eric with more speed, and Eric will not be able to overtake. He messed up the transition there. And Virtus with his first 10 points. That is huge for him. Quentin only with 3 points. So we could see a change of positions very soon. That's what Virtus was in need of. Only 13 points behind Quentin, who started, of course, with 10 points into the grand final. So 104 points for Eric. So he needs 16 more points. So first and the second place will be sufficient to make it into the finals mode. And in finals mode, you have to win 1 more round in order to close it out. Eric with a very good apex, but Virtus goes for the speedy line. Goes a bit wider, but he comes a bit closer there in this part here. But still, he didn't get as much speed as I anticipated beforehand. Or as I was anticipating beforehand. And Eric is leading yet again. 0.1 of a second ahead of Quentin, the antique player, who also played the mixed tournament that Afi and Aurel won last week, the F-Right Trackmania Cup. So he played very well there as well. Good break tap to go a bit more inside. Comes a bit closer to Eric, but I think he will still not win the round. Eric with more speed in the ending. It's still very close, but Eric has it with a 0.69. Nice time. Only 0.25 away from the world record. And now Eric is 1 second place away of activating the finalist mode. Like, Eric drives so clean. It's incredible. Ender at 37 points. So it will be hard for him to come back. But maybe with that mistake from Virtus now. But Ender already behind from the get-go. But still a nice experience for him, regardless to say that he plays on the stage. And I think next year, if we're gonna see Canyon again, I think Ender will be someone can also contend for the victory. I mean, you can see He makes a lot of mistakes. He has to push. But then, of course, loses the valuable points. Like 1 or 2 points are also very important in the long run. You have seen players just having 119 points. And that will be very hard for him. But now Quentin with a mistake. So Eric on his way to activate Finest Mode in round 14. Which is insane to think about. He's 0.6 out of everybody. Well, let's see who will get that second place. Ender with a mistake. Virtuos on second. Out of Quentin. So he comes closer again. And we have Eric in finalist. Good luck to him. Will he close it out now, though? That's the question. In his first finalist attempt. Would be a very deserved performance and victory for him. So let us see. 39 points ahead of Quentin. 39 whopping points. So now we're gonna see, will Eric win the Gamers Assembly 2023 Canyon? Or will he get denied? 1, 2, 3. He has to get denied so often here. But he played so solid and right now he's leading as well. Virtuos is behind. Quentin over the best start. And we see a close race though between Virtuos and Eric. And Virtuos knows that he's able to beat Eric. He has to push, but he's already 700s behind. And I think this looks really promising for Eric. He also gets a good entry into that turn. Virtuos with a mistake. So Quentin now up into second place, but he's 0.2 away. So let's follow Eric. It's his round to lose. And I think we have a new Gamers Assembly Canyon champion after Cloud winning last year. It is now Eric. Only one turn to go. Winning on his own map. And Eric wins the Gamers Assembly 2023 Canyon tournament and goes home with 500 euro. What a great performance. GG's after losing the winner bracket final against Quentin. He asserted dominance and wow, what a performance. Insane match. Eric with a great performance here. I cannot stress it enough. 33 points ahead and he already closed it out in finalist mode. Insane. I just have to say that. That is a well-deserved victory and also happy to see that that all the effort paid off for him. So now it is for the second place. The second place is also worth 250 euro. So still a lot of money to play for. But closing it out in 14 rounds, that just reminds me of matches that Carl Jr. played in the World Cup of 2021. Virtuos with a mistake. And Quentin will win the round. And they're also behind. Completely misaligns that here, so positions are set in stone. And we're gonna go to the next map. To map number 4, which is Trackmania. Well, I think it's from Tolkien, yeah. Tolkien it is. But have you met Carl Jr.? Yes, I have. Financial advice? Yeah. It is easy points. Anyway, let's go to the next map. We could see our next finalist here, Quentin and also Virtuos, if he wins 4 rounds and gets last in one of the others. So let us see how the warm-up will develop here. But guys, we just keep things starting. We still have the mixed tournament where we have the top 12 and the mixed tournament has a prize pool of 1,500 euro. So you should not miss that. We have the loser bracket semifinals after that with the loser bracket final, then consolidation and the grand final. So still 4 more matches to be casted today. So that is good. Yeah. What stock should I invest? I invested them into CSGO skins. And I'm up a lot of money with that. So right now, I think it's still too late. But you never know. I bought skins for 3 cents and now they're up at almost 2 euro. Yeah, so that's great, that's great. But I only have 3,000 of them, so that's not too much. Not sure when I will sell them though. I have no idea. But I'm not into crypto or other things. I only invested into CSGO skins back then when I was poor. I'm still poor. No, I'm not. I am. Maybe. Anyway, let's go to the next round. Let's see what the others can do here. As we have Virtuos, of course, 21 points behind Quentin. But gets a really good start here. Quentin with a good line as well. Goes super inside and has a lot of speed accumulated. So Virtuos is 13 thousandths behind. Important here to get a good angle for the slide. Virtuos didn't get it too well, but actually got a very, very unique setup there. That he's more on the inside in that corner. So this reminds me of Yogo-san's map where everything really matters, but it's not really that easy to spot the approach. Also this section where you have to go very inside. Ender did that one really nicely, but Ender is nowhere to be seen. Quentin in the lead by 0.25 of a second. Oh, but almost touches the wall. Actually, I think he might touch the wall there or had to release, but Quentin wins the round. No, he will not. Quentin with a mistake, and Virtuos will take that one, thankfully, and wins the round. So Quentin showing a bit of a weakness there, hitting the last possible corner. Still will go up to 103 points, but Virtuos capitalizes from that tremendously. So he's on a quest to reach finals as well. Maybe even together with Quentin. But Ender now with a very good start. Ender still has to get, I think, even a second place. I think he got 1 or 2 second places, but he still has to win a round. That would be very important for him because he's 34 points behind Virtuos. He's on third. And almost double the points behind Quentin. So he has to do something, but Ender not with a good approach into that turn. Has to oversee a lot. Has not the best amount of speed. Virtuos comes closer with a very good line. Overtakes Quentin, who did a mistake. And now Ender's chance to win the round. Let's follow Ender here. What entry does he have? It's looking really good, but also Virtuos had it really well. Only 17,000 are tearing those players apart just before the auto drift section here, where we go over a small transition. Virtuos still leading. Let's go into the last part. Ender is pushing it. Very good entry there, but Virtuos has it. Very good performance and winning the second round here as well with a 0.55. But Ender showing a sign of life, getting those 6 points. So Virtuos coming dangerously closer, only 11 points away from Quentin, who could reach finalist mode in 2 rounds. But you never know what will happen, and everything can happen in Trackmania esports. Ender with a mistake. Another early mistake from the French multi-style player, who's also really good on dirt in Trackmania 2020, but of course also on all the other surfaces, but already seems quite far out there when there's something like dirt is going on in the couple of the days. Now Virtuos leads the round. He wants to take revenge. He could reach finalist mode regardless on his position in round number 5 on this map, but also Virtuos can come so much closer here. You know, but Quentin is still so far behind here. 600ths of a second. Virtuos with a good line. And Quentin will probably not make it here. So Virtuos comes closer and wins the third round here as well with a 0.54. So great job and nice time indeed. World record is a 0.13 on this map, but it's a highly technical map. And only 7 points between them. Quentin needs a first place now to activate finalist mode. Can he do it though? Can he do it? Oh, good line from Ender. Quentin struggling a bit, but gets a good entry in that turn here. So still in all of that one. Also here, very inside, very good approach from Quentin, going up into first position even. Great line from the antique driver. As Virtuos is pushing it though, but we have a great fight for that second place. Who can call himself the vice champion of the Games Assembly 2023? Right now looks like both players are very close to that first position, and Quentin with a good entry here goes super wide, and it's Virtuos with a mistake. So Virtuos will not come closer, but he will still go up to 110 points. So one first position in the next round will activate the finalist mode for him as well. But Quentin will go into finalist mode, so good luck to him. Let's see the time here as well. It is a 0.61. Great time as well, and good luck to Quentin. So very good performance here from Quentin on map 2. On map 3 and 4, he was struggling a bit. Virtuos, of course, winning the first 3 rounds on this map, and he wins round number 4. Can he make it in round 5 now or not? Finalist mode enabled. Quentin and Eric being the favorites, but Virtuos with a mistake. So now Ender has to deny. Ender has to win his first round against Quentin. 43 here. Gets a very good line in that section, and maybe Ender has woken up now. But Quentin now in the lead already. 20 seconds into the map and Ender with a mistake. So Quentin on his way to secure that second place. And we're gonna go maybe into the last map already after that. So Quentin can chill. He is almost a second ahead. It's his round to lose, but this part very important to get. But he gets it really well. Good entry. Not the best amount of speed, but gets the auto drift out of that transition. Is 0.1 behind his former set time. But Quentin will take it. Quentin will take that second place just behind Eric. And I would say that it's well deserved. But Virtuos also with a good performance. But a 0.62 is also a very good winning time. GG's to Quentin though. So now we play for second place and Ender is more than 50 points behind. So he has to, a miracle has to happen, I would say. And just seeing all of his mistakes, Ender has to push a lot. So it is really hard for him to just keep up with that pace. But I mean, Ender has achieved his goal, but that's what I was talking about beforehand. If you don't feel any pressure, it can be very hard for you to perform your best. It's like, I think psychology and momentum is heavily underrated in Trackmania. And Ender has nothing of that going on right now. He's at 66 points, discouraged. But on Yogo-san's map, he has beaten the author on this one to qualify to the grand final with a very good performance. But Ender was kind of hit or miss in the last couple of days, or like in the previous day. Either he performed really well or he has made some mistakes. So it do be like that. Let's go into the first round. Virtuos will be finalists. Ender will also study new columns, so it doesn't matter who gets what position here, just for the momentum. And I'm gonna chill a bit and we're gonna focus on the next round. Ender is already behind by 0.1 of a second. Very, very tricky section here on that part. And Virtuos already leading by 0.2 of a second. Gets a good line here as well. Very, very weird drift here. We have to go very, very wide at the ending of the turn. But Ender got it pretty well. And also good entry into that turn. Virtuos had to oversteer a little bit, but nothing worth to mention there, because he still got a good amount of speed out of that one. And I think Virtuos will win this round. And now we're gonna go maybe into the final round of this grand final. What time will it be? It will be a 0.71. That is a very good time as well on this map by Yogo-san. World record is a 0.5, no, 0.49 by Eric. Good luck to the players. 175 for third and 75 for last. Already the other matches have started already. Between Matuz, Hollow, and then Phoenix and Vinch as well. But I think, guys, that's all she wrote for the Canyon match. Ender not really finding the pace. I think he didn't win a single round. I think he got second twice or something like that. So it is Virtuos losing, winning the rounds, losing the final. He seemed very motivated beforehand. He could have gotten second place, but Quentin played really well, and especially in the end and at the beginning of the match. But wow, what a performance from Eric, and also what a time from Virtuos, a 0.6 to end it off here, a 0.68. GG and NT. So that's all she wrote for Canyon.